The next topic we're going to discuss on Boxing Bros is, was Floyd wrong for interrupting Tank's corner? Now, during the fight, uh, Floyd walked over to the corner, had something to say. Floyd had the chains on, looking like the dude from "I'm Gonna Get You, Sucker."
How we go to the bathroom with all that on?
All right, let's take a listen to what Floyd told Tank Davis in the corner. Now, there's more. Floyd went on to tell him, to tell Tank Davis that I'm behind you. Like, I believe in you. Like, I need you. I need you. Like, give me this one. Give me this round. Like, and Tank went out and got the finish. So I'm going to turn it over to you, Dollar Bill. Do you think Floyd was wrong? What was your reaction? What's your thoughts on what took place in the corner with Floyd and Gervonta Davis?
Floyd was right on the money. But I would have did it. Tank is the face of Floyd Mayweather Promotions. He is the future of Floyd's company. Yeah, Floyd was in every right to do what he had to do. He had to keep it 100. He had to tell him what he needed to do to win, because I actually had it in the same way as what Floyd was telling. Unofficially, I had him down. He was down by one going into when Floyd was telling him that. So yeah, he needed to do something big, and he did. And I'm glad he listened to Floyd, because Floyd was only doing his job, and he definitely kept it 100. He definitely kept it 100. You know what I'm saying? He definitely kept it. He's like, hey, listen, wait, for me, shoot, he was He pulled Jerry Maguire over there, man. And listen, I'm not mad at Floyd. More promoters, I bet you more promoters are gonna start doing that now. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna see Bob running up to the corner now.
Yeah, by the time Bob gets there, the bell would have already sounded for the next round.
The break's already over.
Well, yeah,
you could beat Ray Robinson. You could beat LaMotta. You can beat this guy.
I know I was there. But yeah, I'm not mad at Floyd. Floyd was not wrong at all. That's his fighter. Even though I was saying there's some kind of boundary issues, like Floyd shouldn't be able to have his elbows on the ring like this while they watch. they got to make some boundaries for Floyd. I'm seeing them fight Floyd over there on the ring on him, watching the fight. I'm like, no, come on, Floyd. They got to make some boundaries for Floyd. But other than that, man, I'm not mad at Floyd. He told him exactly what he needed to hear, and Tank did what he was supposed to do.
All right, Conspiracy G.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep it real. Initially, I actually had problems with it, and because to me, it how I interpreted it initially was he's undermining his coach. Because this is the time where your corner is giving you advice, this and that. Like, hey, I see this, do that, whatever. Floyd comes in, it's like, hey, yo, stop what you're doing and listen to me, and I was just like, but in the post-conference, press conference, Tank was talking about it, and Tank actually needed to hear that. Tank, in his mind, he was like, yo, I thought I was up, right? And this is funny what Tank said. He was like, because it's not like he was landing powerful shots, so I'm thinking I'm winning the rounds. So when I heard that, I was like, all right, now I see what Floyd had to put the fire under his butt. You know what I mean? So, and for that, I was like, I can forgive Floyd. But there was that one round when he was like, I need you. I got you and all. I was like, fam, he don't need to hear that right now. Like he already knows that. Let the trainer tell this dude to punch homie in the body, you know. So I was just like, I do feel like Floyd was doing too much, you know, and I kind of feel like the commission's probably gonna find a way to prevent that from happening in the near future, you know, like, but to be honest with you, Tank actually needed it. So I'm willing to forgive Floyd, man. And because of Floyd giving his little motivational speech in the corner, Tank won, you know. So I'm saying I think Tank would have won regardless. But when he said he was down, something just triggered in Tank, and Tank really believed, like, yo, he got me down. I got to put in work. So, you know, Floyd, man, you the man.
I'm gonna say this. Those scorecards were too wide for me when they showed the actual score, because I'm with Tril. I was like, what? So I think like any reasonable person was looking at that fight like it's either close or Tank is down. So I don't think like Floyd was wrong, and those scorecards were very misleading. Because I don't think the majority of the people watching the fight saw the fight that way. Although I get what Tank is saying, I was landing the harder punches every round. So, like, I feel like I should take the round. But Barrios was more consistent with the work, and he was landing solid punches as well. But to get to the topic at hand, Floyd Mayweather is arguably the greatest fighter of our generation. And maybe ever. And I said arguably because I know the Pac fans are going to be like, but Pacquiao, look, I'm not here to disrespect anyone's greatness. You can have more than one great. They're both great for different reasons. Floyd's a symbol of stability, working hard, never getting complacent, and always staying great and giving your best effort even when you're at the top. And Pacquiao's a symbol of you can fall, get back up. Determination and grit can overcome anything. Everyone has their own journey. That's what makes them great. That's what makes us gravitate towards them. Now, Floyd is watching Gervonta Davis in a close fight. And I think from his vantage point and his point of view, he doesn't know what the coach is telling Tank. And in his mind, because Tril was just saying this during the break, Tank was very composed. And in Floyd's mind, he's probably thinking he's a bit too composed. Like, does he know he's possibly down right now? Remember, Floyd's a former fighter. But in addition to being a former fighter, Floyd is someone who had well-documented issues with his dad. He loves his dad, but everyone remembers that 24/7 where he and his dad got into it. And then sometimes he and Roger wouldn't see eye to eye. And Floyd has had issues with the father figures in his life. And if you're someone who grew up with issues with your father figure, you know what you strive to do is just be a better parent than the one you had. And the way you do that is you give the child what you feel you needed when you were in that situation and you didn't get it. So here's Floyd watching Gervonta Davis in a situation where he doesn't know if Tank knows that this fight is possibly closer than he thinks and that he may be losing. So what does Floyd do? He does what he would want someone to do for him and say, yo, the unofficial score has you down right now. It's unofficial, but I'm just telling you. Because although it's unofficial, it's someone's viewpoint who's watching this sport, someone who's watched fights, someone who watches fights for a living, scoring this fight for Barrios. So he tells him that. And then he says, I'm just keeping it 100 with you. That's what I do. I'm going to tell you the truth. I'm not going to sugarcoat it for you. I'm going to keep it 100 with you. But then he goes on to do something else, and he tells him, like, I believe in you. Like, I need you. Like, I got you. He's giving him that. I'm behind you. He's giving him that motivation. That's what he wished someone would say to him in those moments. That's what he would need his dad to say. I think about Floyd, and I remember his dad missed the moment. It was against Andre Berto.
Yeah.
Like, Floyd was like emotional. It was like his last real round. Like, you can look at these exhibitions or whatever, Connor. Those aren't real fights to Floyd. Floyd's last real fight was Andre Berto. Mm-hmm. And he got emotional in that last round because it's all the years of training, everything. And he looked at his dad.
I remember.
Everything you ever taught me I'll always remember. And it was like he was about to cry, like in that corner. He said to him that everything you taught me, I'll always remember. And his dad was just like, "You're doing good. You're doing good." He didn't even realize.
He said it.
Or maybe he just didn't want Floyd to be so emotional that he got knocked out in the last round. But so you got that guy and told Tank what he told Tank. And G, you pointed out, and Tank said that was exactly what I needed. After Floyd said what he said to him, Tank felt like, I'll run through a brick wall. I'll do what I got to do. Went out there and got the stoppage. And to me, it's no doubt that what Floyd said motivated him to do that, because that's what he needed to hear. Now I'll close with this. In that same exchange, Gervonta Davis trainer told him the perfect advice, exactly what to do, and Tank went out there and did exactly what his trainer told him to do. Hit the body, then go to the head. The body's open. So Tank went out there, hit the body, caught him to the head, and then that's how he took him out. In that exchange, to me, there was no disrespect. Floyd was motivational. Floyd inspired him, and immediately after Floyd inspired him, his trainer gave him the advice that led him to victory. That's two guys can work together. And I believe that these two men work together for Tank. As long as everything they're doing is in Tank's best interest, no one should feel upset. Like
Floyd was inspirational, and his corner was instructional.
Mm-hmm. There it is, right there, 100%. Now, if one of my nieces and nephews are in an event and I see something, and Tril can be coaching them, I see some, I'm running up there saying something. Like I'm not sitting on it. I'm saying something. I don't give a damn if Tril get mad. I don't care who get mad. I don't even care if they don't listen to me. I'm going to say something. Because what I don't want is to be sitting at home later on thinking, well, what if I said something? I should have said something. G's kids, I consider them my nephews. I could be at an event and G can be coaching. If I see I'm saying something, G could get mad. I'm saying something. Because like I said, I don't want to regret never saying anything if that's what I saw. So I have no problem with it. I think they both have Tank's best interest in mind, and I think that's what led to the knockout.
Why you didn't say nothing? Please like and subscribe. Let us know how you feel in the comment section, and please check us out on Instagram and Twitter, and also check out our podcast on all major streaming services. You know who we are. We the Boxing Bros. Tril Talk 2 out right now.
Tril Talk 2.